Well, we've been doing a lot of tree clearing and we've got piles and piles of wood on our property now. Actually working on a property fence using sticks. And the good news is it's all free. Hey folks, it's another nice weekend day up in the Colorado mountains, trying to make hay while the sun is shining because we have a swath of wet weather coming through again. More rain in the forecast starting this afternoon, so I'm trying to get busy spreading some of this mulch and sprucing up the outside, trying to see how much I can get done before the rain starts falling.
So interesting to note, our mulch is free to us as well. Our county operates a slash operation and they produce piles and mountains of mulch that we can just fill up with our trailers for our home use. So it's another example of free wood available to us for landscaping purposes. This is leftover from last summer.
So I'm down here by the garden beds, and last summer our project was to level out this area, put in the retaining wall, and we backfilled with a lot of topsoil. The topsoil from the side of the driveway. So what we're noticing now, because our mulch layer isn't super thick in a lot of areas, well, we're getting grass poking through, so I'm trying to clear some of that out. Now we do have plans to turn this area into more of like a patio and put some stone down, but that might just be a later in the summer project once Brian gets done with his Ironman training. He's out today, down on his, taking his bike out, gonna ride 50, 60, 70 miles, one of those. He's trying to fit his training in before the rain hits as well. It's hard to believe that a huge storm's gonna roll through and it's gonna rain for 3 solid days with blue skies like this, but that's the way it rolls up in the mountains. You never know. Usually that rain comes through in the afternoon, so you have half the day to get a lot of work done, and then the other half, if rain's in the forecast, you're kind of done. Someone really wants to play ball. Okay, how do we do this? So you can see some of the areas right here where the grass pokes through. This is right on the edge. Some of the areas are kind of sparse, but you see a little bit of grass right here and a little grass right here. So I'm trying to tackle that today. And since I'm out here with the mulch, I'm going to tidy up the rock wall area. A lot of the plants that I planted are coming up, and there's also some areas I need to fix where Vigo dug a hole and made a mess. So I need to backfill some of the holes and spread some more mulch and spruce up those areas as well. Same goes for the opposite of the retaining wall. You remember how much work we did putting in this retaining wall and the rock wall last summer. So all the little areas on top need extra mulch as well. I did spread mulch last fall, but the way that the winds go and the snow melt, it doesn't stay around. So you can see the mulch is looking pretty sparse. I do have some seeds coming up that I planted, wildflower seeds, so that'll look pretty in a month or so. But yeah, definitely need to add a little bit more mulch to spruce up the look. And I'm also busy pulling out grass. Too slow, Vigo. Too slow. Hey, you supposed to be in that water? You're gonna be all dirty. Come on. So it doesn't take much to really make things look a little bit better, get rid of the dirt look by spreading some of that mulch. It just looks a little bit tidier. Vigo, no! That's not a Vigo spot. Out. That is not your spot. Someone got really comfortable making beds. So it definitely looks better, I'd say, against the mulching against the edge of the driveway, a little bit more of a crisp border there. And with the stones, it kind of looks like it's ready for landscaping. I could probably put some things in there, but because of all the snow removal that we do, I'm not going to load up this corner with a lot of shrubs and rocks. So I think maybe this would be a good area for like a pot and for potted plants and some annual flowers, something really with a nice pop of color as you come up into the top of the driveway here. So I'll be thinking about it. We can probably definitely put some more rocks along the very edge to kind of mark where the slope goes, but this is a good start. I definitely like it, and now Vigo's not having a dirt pile to lie down in, so that hopefully keeps some of the dirt out of the house. But wait a second, look at this, lying down in the dirt. All right, so I'm moved up to the other side of the driveway here. I want to update you guys on a project that I did a couple of years ago that was working on a stick fence. And now it's that time of year again, and it's actually nice enough outside I can get back to that project, which is essentially picking up sticks that have fallen down all throughout the year and then incorporate them into a stick fence. So you can see at the border of our property here, we have a barbed wire fence that goes the whole length of it. It's not in great shape, but it seems like a pain to have to take down, and it's not in our budget to completely remake the thing. So what I started doing was putting sticks into this barbed wire to kind of enhance the look of a fence using just natural materials. I made a whole video on this. I'll put a link to it. But you can see 2 years later, it's still holding up relatively well. There was probably some places where trees have fallen on it and that type of thing, but I think I can get back to actually putting some more sticks in. The good thing is you don't need any kind of special stick. You can weave it in to the fence. It's a great way to pick up all of the brush and all the dead wood and all the sticks that kind of make its way out of the trees, and then incorporating it into the fence. Sort of like free fencing materials, because you know the price of wood now. And then when I find old dead logs, I just line them up at the base of the fence. And right here you can see we got a found a whole nother pile of branches, just branches. So in case I was out of materials just in the grass, I have a whole pile right here. So I got plenty to keep me busy. But yeah, we still have this big pile of aspen logs. I'm not sure what we'll end up doing with these. It might end up being firewood for the future, or we might find a cool project for them. I don't know that they're really millable though, so I don't think that's what we're going to do. We're not going to mill these into planks or anything like that, but I guess you can call it the cycle of life. The moose chew up the bark, the tree dies, Brian cuts it down, and then we have wood. So it's up to us to come up with the projects, how to use it. For now, I've been happy with the fence. I was able to get a good section done before the rain comes, and it's clouding over right now. It's been fun to be working outside all morning, and The fence is shaping up. Brush pile's gone. It's all on the fence. So let me show you what it looks like. It's a good hour's worth of work. Here's our little log pile, but you know, there was a lot of bare spots in between the wiring, and fortunately the aspen trees take up a lot of volume. So the best way to look at it is just to kind of scan it down. So put some in there, and the biggest section was right here. Right? You can see all the way down that way. All filled up. And so this is where I was at earlier. You can see the old wood, kind of the old dead wood that I was picking up. But then in this section here is where I start to incorporate all the aspen scrub, all the brush from the aspen tree that Brian cut down, all the trees that he cut down, and it made quite a robust fence. It's hard to kind of tell on the camera, but well, hopefully it keeps Vigo from going through, although he did sneak by earlier. So there, you know, we are over 6 feet tall in some sections. And some of the sections where the wiring is not so great, you can put in bigger trees, bigger branches to kind of add some stability and structure. But, you know, it's not a bad job. And it adds a little bit more camouflage to our property. And then once the grass grows up in another month, it'll be, you know, knee high almost. So, and I have to say, it's all clouded over. I did feel a couple raindrops, so anyhow, not a bad day's work for the morning time on a Saturday, and I think it's lunchtime. All right, guys, take care. We'll see you next time. Bye. Okay, fine, you get it. Get it. Then take it. Are you helping? Come on, out of here. Come on, out. 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 Stop. I said out. Vigo, you're wrecking it. You're wrecking it. Vigo. Stop. Come on, out of here. Out. No.